guys! Today I'm going to start my very first project pan. When you put videos on YouTube and you have a beauty channel, you have this innate love of all things beauty related, makeup, skincare, things like that. And a lot of us subscribe to like beauty subscriptions like Birchbox or MyGlam or things like that. So then you end up with a whole bunch of products in your drawers or whatever storage thing you have for your beauty products, and they just sort of accumulate, and then you use a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then it just takes forever to get through stuff. So Project Pan is essentially taking the things you have and getting through them before you buy anything else. So here is a gigantic basket, and I just went through all of my makeup stuff and said, look, these are the things that I really need to use and just get out of here. So this is a pretty big basket, and there are a lot of samples and things like that in here. So I'm just kind of show you what's in here, and then we're gonna update throughout the months. I'm gonna try and aim for 6 months, so let's see where this basket of goodies goes in 6 months. I don't really know if there's like a time limit on Project Pan. I'm pretty sure it's just until you get through it, but I'm thinking 6 months is like a reasonable time frame to use most of this stuff. So let me start pulling stuff out and showing you what I want to use up. I have a whole bunch of these packets of Be Fine skincare products, and I have exfoliators and moisturizers, so I should just give myself a couple facials, and these should go pretty easy, so that's an easy one. I have this little sample foundation, which I got from Little Miss Artsy from Australia. So this one hasn't really been sitting around, but it's just a little sample, and I threw like almost all of my little samples in here, so I'm gonna have to use this one up too. Hopefully it matches me. We'll see. It looks like it's probably the right color. I have a whole bunch of random perfume samples, and I think Wonderstruck was okay, and I really liked the Juicy Couture. I'm pretty sure I didn't like the Harvey Prince Eau Flirt. So whichever ones I like, I'm going to keep and I'm going to use, and I'm pretty sure I don't like the Harvey Prince one, so I'll probably just throw that one away. I have the new Viva La Juicy La Fleur, which if I recall correctly, I also like that one, so I'll use that one up. I have this miniature Nivea moisturizer. I just need to moisturize my hands like for a couple nights, and that should be good. I have these really small Pantene shampoo and conditioners. Wait. These are both just shampoo, so I don't know where the conditioner is, so I should just use these. These are just a couple showers each. Well, good news, I don't have the Pantene conditioner, but I have this Oscar Blondie conditioner that I received in my Birchbox that I have never used, so I can pair that up with those. And then I have this Oscar Blondie Protein Mist for restyling hair. Next up, I have this hand lotion, or no, it's a body cream. Well, that's going to make it a lot easier to use because I've just been using it on my hands. This body cream, it's a pomegranate body cream. It's okay. I'm just not a super fan of the smell of it. It's just okay. It doesn't smell, it's kind of too sweet for me, that's the problem. I have this DDF facial cleanser, which I just got in last month's Birchbox. I have this Jergens Natural Glow, which this is for medium skin tone. These things really don't darken you up very well, so, I mean, you could buy the deep. You could be as fair as me and buy the deep and you would be fine. I just don't like the smell of these. They smell like, what do I want to say? It smells like wet, soggy Cheerios, which sounds weird, but it smells like wet Cheerios, or like wet cereal or something. And then you rub it all over yourself, and then you smell it, and then when you get in the shower it smells even worse. So I should just use this up, have a nice little tan going on. I'm never tan anyway, so yeah. I mean, during the summer I'll tan myself up. Here's another face wash that I have, and actually tried this, and this is really drying for me, so I'm gonna have to like mix it in with another facial wash just to sort of get rid of it, or maybe have Danny use it or something. I have these two KMS Free Shape Hot Flex Cream, Heat Activated Smoothing and Shaping Cream, which I have a lot of hair, and these packets don't feel very full, so maybe this is just 2 uses. I have another facial cleanser. This is the Neutrogena Visibly Bright Daily Facial Cleanser. and this is just a little teeny tiny one. I have the Wet n Wild eye makeup remover, which I am not a big fan of. I felt like it burned my eyes, so I just haven't really used it very much, but it's practically a full bottle. I also have this Chlorane eye makeup remover sample. Yeah, soothing eye makeup remover with cornflower water. And it's actually half empty right now, almost half empty. And I really like this one, but it's just like this odd little sample sitting around, so I need to use that up. I have this Archipelago pomegranate soap, which I received 2 of in my Birchbox. I think I used one of them up. It's a really pretty soap, but I mean, it's okay. I think I used the other one and it was just soap. It was nothing fancy. I have this sample of the Laundress laundry detergent, which isn't really beauty related, but it came in my Birchbox, and I need to just, like, I don't know, wash my bras and underwear in the sink or something and just use that one. Next up I have this Revlon 3D Volume Photo Ready Mascara, which I hate. I hate, but it just kills me to throw it away, so I should just use this up, maybe put on a coat of this and then put on a coat of my other mascara, just use this and get rid of it. Who knows, maybe it'll dry out more and I'll like it. e.l.f. Lash Exact Mascara, which I don't exactly like. And I also have this Glam Eyes Lash Flirt by Rimmel, and this has a really, like, awkward kind of brush. It's got, like, big flat spots. It's just kind of weird. So I wasn't exactly a big fan of this one either. Who knows, maybe these two will get together and make magic happen. I don't know. Oh, dang, I have another mascara. Okay, so this is the Rimmel Waterproof Sexy Curves, which I honestly didn't even realize I had until I went through all my stuff. It's got this strange little ball-like thing. I don't really remember using this, which is probably for good reason. If I haven't used it, or I don't really remember it, it probably wasn't very good. I have another Neutrogena Visibly Bright, so I have 2 of these little suckers. I have this e.l.f. eyelid primer, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I have these 3 Hypershine lip glosses, which I have so many Hypershine lip glosses. I just need to get them out, keep them in rotation, and use them, because otherwise it's just a shame. They're all sitting there. And I actually kind of like these, so I should just use them. Next up I have this L'Oreal Color Juice, and this is in the color Pink Grapefruit, I think. Yeah, Pink Grapefruit. It just doesn't really add much color. It doesn't really do much. You can see I've used that much so far, so I have quite a ways to go. I don't know, it just really doesn't do much. So I have this Physicians Formula Concealer Twin. I just don't like this concealer as much as I like other concealers, so I'll try to throw it in the mix. I have this Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc-Free Primer, and this is in green, also to help counteract redness. I have this La Roca Shimmer Acai Champagne Body Polish. It's just a little tub, and it's like half empty already, so I mean, this is like 1 partial scrub in the shower. This isn't enough for my whole body, so. I have this Miracle Skin Transformers by Sarah McNamara, and this also came in a Birchbox. And it has SPF 20. It was just so weird. I just don't know how to use this appropriately. Like, it's body foundation. It's so strange. I don't know what to do with it. I guess maybe I'll put it on with this. I don't know. It's just so weird. I don't know how to use it really. Like, I don't know, I don't want to put concealer all over my body, and then it might rub off on my clothes, and it's just weird. I just don't know how to use it, really. I'm getting to the bottom of the basket here, so I have these palettes here. I have this eyeshadow pot, or 6-pan palette thingy by e.l.f. And I really like the colors, and that's why I'm going to try and use it. It's just kind of awkward. Like, it doesn't really fit anywhere in my makeup collection because it's just such a weird size, so I just want to try and use it. And this I have had for a while, and I should just use it. It's a beautiful, like, nude palette. I just neglect it because I use, you know, my Naked palette so much. So then this gets ignored when these are really great shadows. and so are these. So I'm just putting these in here because I should use them because they're good. I have these two e.l.f. Essential Blushes, which if you've seen my e.l.f.'s hit and misses, then you'll know that I hate these blushes. They're so powdery, I just don't like them. They're not what I was expecting, so I just want to try and use them and chuck them. And if in 6 months these are not used, I am definitely throwing these things in the trash. I mean, they weren't that, they were like $2 a piece, and I don't like them. So I want to get rid of them. Next up, I have a whole bunch of like foundation-y type products. So I have two Maybelline Fit Me's, which used to be my favorite foundation until I started using Revlon Colorstay, and Revlon Colorstay puts these to shame. They are just nowhere near as good as that for me, for my type of skin and the way I like to apply makeup. Revlon Colorstay totally beats these out. So let me show you. This is what started the whole Project Pan thing, because the other day I was like, oh gosh, I am totally out of my Revlon Colorstay. Look. This thing is crazy, crazy empty. And I keep shaking it and shaking it, and I can't get any more out of this. It's probably the most empty foundation bottle that I've ever had. And I was even trying to get stuff like out of the lid because there was a little bit up there. So I was like, oh, I need to go buy more foundation, but I already have so much foundation, and although it's not my first choice, I should really use what I have so that I can just have what I love in my makeup collection instead of just having a whole bunch of different stuff. So I have Maybelline Fit Me in 120, which is actually almost empty. And then I have 115, which I know is a little bit fair for me. And this one was like my original favorite foundation. I used this for years and years and years before I started using Fit Me, which is what I used before Revlon Colorstay. And I used to love CoverGirl True Blend. I just felt like it gave me the most natural finish, and I really haven't used it in a very long time. So this is my bottle from quite a long time ago. It's probably really shameful. So I should just use this. This is like half empty, and I may fall in love with it again. I like genuinely really used to love the True Blend foundation. I have this Revlon Colorstay, which is kind of what I'm planning to blend the other stuff with if I'm not a big fan of the other stuff. And this is just in a shade that's too dark for me. So this is the wrong color. It's like too yellowy orangey for me. So I'm going to try and kind of maybe mix it with the other stuff so I can have the staying powder of the Revlon Colorstay with maybe, you know, some of the benefits of another foundation, or maybe the other foundation's too light and those two together are going to mix up and make it okay. So I'm just kind of hoping that this is, you know, this is my saving grace with foundations that maybe won't work for me so well. And then I have two Benefit Hello Flawless Oxygen Wows, and these are kind of expensive. These are like $34 a foundation. They just feel too thick for me. Like, I don't know. I've tried to wear them a couple times, and I'm just not thrilled with the formulation of the product. So maybe using it more, I'll end up loving it more. Yeah, so I have these two, and this one's actually a little more empty than this one is, but they're both sort of in the same range for foundation for my skin tone. The very last product in my basket here is this Physicians Formula Healthy Wear Powder, and this is SPF 50 in Creamy Beige. The main problem with this is that it has such a high SPF in it. It kind of makes my face a little bit oily, like on my nose throughout the day. But other than that, it's okay. And the second main problem is that the container is broken, and it's just like, it's really annoying to have this broken container around. So I'm gonna try and use this up. So that is it for my very first Project Pan. I know it's kind of a big list of things, and you know, as we go through, hopefully I come across like, oh, this is empty, this is empty, this is empty, and then it becomes a shorter and shorter list of you know, products every month. I know the original project was like Project 10 Pan, where you choose 10 items only and you try and use those 10 items up. So this really is kind of a lot of stuff, but this really is the stuff that I just want to kind of filter through out of my makeup collection and use up. I just can't bear throwing it all away, so I may as well put it to good use. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video, coming soon, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Bye! And absolutely check back next month for the second edition of Project Pan and see how I'm doing on all of this.